Day number 2 of the playoffs at the X Cup Summer. We are on Braxis Holdout, everybody. It's our best of 3 that we're starting into the day with. So once again, we're starting with the round of 8. We have 2 best of 3 matches to go through, and then we have the winner bracket semi-final between the 2 victors. And the first thing that happens with Chili Mountain against Disgusting is that we have Sergeant Hammer Band. It's actually kind of wild to have Braxis as your starting map in a best of 3 series in the first place, but as you can see, it was a map choice by Chili Mountain, and lately they've been doing quite a lot of that. They've been choosing a lot of Garden to open things up. They've been playing Braxis. So they're making things a little bit more interesting for themselves and others, I suppose. But this is definitely one of the teams that is obviously slotted for the grand final, or at least one of the teams that everybody assumes to get there. I would say like the top 3 teams that we currently have in the tournament are the Bangbush, Chili Mountain, and of course Oxygen. So Team Wah and the Hardos. But there are some surprises that could definitely come along the way. There's also a lower bracket, so any team that gets defeated in the winner bracket still drops down into the loser's bracket and has another shot to reach the grand final there. And the grand final is, of course, a best of 7 match too. But yes, once again, all of this would not be possible without Mr. X, private sponsor of the X Cup. This is the 4th season of the X Cup, and it will also, at least for now, be the last season. But definitely, if you appreciated all of that content, and make sure that you drop a comment into the comment section, because again, without him, nothing of this would have been possible. Yeah, the players are now playing in the playoffs for 4,000 euros of prize money, 10 qualifiers, and we're now down to the final 8 teams, with Junkrat coming in as the first pick. Now, Zarya was banned, and normally what you see on this map is a lot of heroes, again, that can easily traverse terrain, so Genji in this case, and Nuborak, Muradin, Junkrat of course here, Brightwing has been banned therefore, sometimes Medivh for easy rotations but not really all that much. Anything that can really just like get from one lane to another very quickly is normally a good pick here, because it allows you to go for these quick rotations between the beacons. In this case it's Sylvanas, Lucio of course played in exactly the same main here. So there's that, being played with that one too. Okay, and let me see what else we're gonna get here. I mean, first of all, we're going into the bans now. And Garrosh gets banned out, okay. Yeah, but I would especially look towards Ultralisk and see what they're banning there. I mean, they targeted him already. They took the hammer away and also Maiev, so 2 of them immediately taken away from him. But again, what else are we getting now? What's the next ban? Are they targeting Dino? It's actually interesting that Masquerade picked Genji. I can only assume that one of the guys was not at the PC when they picked, so that's why they went for this. They ban out Anduin so that Anduin can't give the light bomb over to Genji when he starts engaging with a Swift Strike. But it would be kind of funny if in the first game of the tournament they would immediately move into a role swap, which they have done in the past, but usually that happens during qualifiers and also when they are ahead by 1 game. So I hope that's not gonna happen here, or at least when it does, that they are... actually, they should be punished for it. There's Karazim and we have Muradin. So as already expected, a lot of heroes that are very mobile on the map. Hogger excluded for just a second, but he's mostly gonna stick to the top lane anyways. And yep, Mimikyu and Richu, our last 2 to pick for this one. Okay, so let's see what we're getting. I mean, they still need their main tank, and we also need the side laner. They haven't made a choice on that yet either. Blaze is up. Oh, Uther main tank and Urel. Uther main tank with Lucio as the real support, and we get Urel. And here comes Ultralisk, last but not least, on a Brexit. Game number 1, everybody. Again, we are in the playoffs finally. The X Cup Summer 2022. The round of 8 match between Chili Mountain and Disgusting, with Hanzo, the last pick for the Chilies. Let's go, everybody. Map number 1. Game number 1, Chili Mountain against Disgusting. The best of 3 in the round of 8 here in the winner bracket. We got on the left, Dequazra on Hogger, Dino on Hanzo, Banana Age on Karazim, Masquerade has swapped over towards Muradin, and we have Ultralisk on Genji. On the right side of the map, Disgusting with Lavakal on Lucio. We got Atrax on Sylvanas, Mimikyu on Uther. Richu is playing Urel. and we got Alvaros on Junkrat. Alright, time to party it up a little bit and see which team pulls ahead here, as we of course watch the blue team in particular. They're the favorites here. I talked about this a bit earlier, by the way. Like, most people that watch the Twitch stream, at least, might not really be something that I've been talking in the games about a lot, but the people that watch the live stream at least know that I actually read, and I read a lot, particularly fantasy and science fiction. And I have been talking a lot about like books that I like and that I don't, and I've always been asked if I read Warhammer 40k, and I always said like, nah, I don't read that crap. But then again, I have to admit that I never really gave it a shot, so I picked up one of the books and I'm going to have a look if they are good or not. Now, I gotta admit that so far when it comes to recommendations from chat, I've been burned more than once. There were a couple of decent recommendations for sure, but yeah, Hail Mary, for example, is something that got recommended to me from the same author that also wrote The Martian. Most people will probably know the movie. That was a really good book, even though in the last third I think it falls off a little bit too much. Too many convenient things are happening, but yeah, I'll report back on my experience with the Warhammer universe once that I have actually formed an opinion and finished the book. But for now, we're finishing apparently Uther. He's down. Genji comes in and takes a quick kill on him. Nicely done. So 2 kills to 0 now already in total, meaning the blue team is opening the map up with a bang. And they didn't even need a bush for it. So up to the top side with a camp. Hogga is starting to now push this over too. And that could be quite some structural damage, whereas at the bottom of the map, the red team, they're not getting kills, but what they are able to do is take some of these walls down. And one of the things that we are, of course, all in the know in is that when you're playing on Braxis Holdout, if you get your opponent's forts destroyed, and therefore also the fountains, there's a lot of snowball potential that you have here. 20% already towards the objective for Chili Mountain. Quite important, because this isn't a winner-takes-all objective. Most objectives in the game are winner-take-all objectives, but not so much in this one. So these 20% already matter quite a bit, and we're going to have these continuous moves between the two beacons in order to just lock in a few percentage points and try to also avoid your opponent from getting too much here. Now, we have a slight experience lead right now for the boys in blue, but not really all that much, mainly stemming from the 2 kills that they got early on. When it comes to the talents we have for now, Dwarf Block, we also got Iron Fists as usual. There's still people that occasionally like ask what about Tranquility, you know, just other talents on level 1 for Kharazim. And guys, Iron Fist is like the only talent that's really worth playing in a competitive environment for Kharazim. There's really nothing else, and has been for a long time too. So there's just a couple of staples. Blizzard in the past has done a bit of a better job making sure that at least on some of their characters and heroes, talents become more universally applicable. Blaze, for example, these days you can go for nearly every level 1. You have a few other heroes where the same is true too. Vala is another great example. But Kharazim, definitely one of the heroes where you want to stick it out with the Iron Fist, no matter what kind of role he plays in the team. It doesn't matter if you're going for a double support, if you're going for a solo. But the fight is on, as the blue team holds control over the bot lane. We're having them fighting up at the top, and it seems that Mimikyu goes down for the 2nd time. So that is kill number 2 against Uther, activating the trait here. Yep, so with that, we now also have again Sledgehammer for Mirrodin, as Masquerade is retaking that beacon. And guys, they are really pulling ahead here. They have Hanzo taking the bot lane. I love this talent. It is so unbelievably stupid. But Chattering Teeth, I mean, outside of the fact that they always make me think of Joe Biden, this is really something that always gets a chuckle out of me whenever I see it. So, yeah, 76% right now for Chili Mountain. But Kharazim falls, and that is the first kill for Disgusting. So, nicely done. They take Kharazim down. A moment of silence for the bald brother. Alright, that's enough. And therefore, maybe a chance for the red team to finally get a little bit ahead on the objective here too. I kind of doubt it, but Urel is already up at the top now and is trying to take over. So yeah, they get a few percent. Again, every single one matters at this point. Every single one of them. So we have more camps taken, but 22% at least. The blue team is taking over again though, and this is getting dangerously close to them locking in the objective. And I think they're gonna get it here. Yep. The 100% Zerg wave is in, and Uther, I mean, honestly, he is just crushing it here today. And with crushing it, I mean his own life, because that is now the 3rd death of Uther. He is kind of struggling here a little bit. I'm not quite sure what the goal is in the game. If he's aiming for the double-digit death count, then he's doing extremely well. But if not, then I think he's failing at his job a little bit. That's an F, my friend. So we have 7 on the board. The extra talent is going to make this easier for Chili Mountain. They're obviously aiming to destroy the first fort here. And so far, things are looking good. It's a 5v5 on the map. Down here at the bottom, we have 4 fighting on each side. But they're getting a little bit low. Those Guardians are still doing some work on the other hand. The level 7 talent, we got also the Sticky Wicket and the Hand of Protection. Yeah, they lose the fort and therefore the fountains. That's going to make that bot lane control so much more dangerous for them. Up towards the top, Hogger, yeah, he's doing his thing now too. Another jump, another Stormbolt, and the save from Uther as the Hand of Freedom comes out. But look who's joining the battle. Urel is saying hello, the Space Goat is jumping in and wants a piece of the action, and he very quickly becomes the focus of the attention. So that's 1 kill. And Genji wanted another. Ultralisk is just zipping around, whereas Dino finds himself a little bit too close to the towers and has to jump away. But Ultralisk is not showing any mercy in this first game, like none whatsoever. So yeah, nicely done. Okay, so a little bit of a jump here. Uther has died 4 times already there. Yeah, Urel died once. Wow. Up to this point, Uther died every single death against him. It's even worse than I thought. I thought that the first death wasn't even him, but apparently I was wrong. So yeah, our boy is apparently not so used to the front line. Maybe he should swap out for Urel in this case. But either way, they're trying to control the front now a little bit better, as they're desperately trying to hold on to their top fort, and they should at least attempt to hold this one, or they are likely going to lose the next objective too. As I said before, it is really dangerous when you're losing your structures here to go for the beacons, and it's very easy to get snowballed hard by the opponent's team. So they need to have a teamfight victory somewhere, and it's not gonna be made any easier by the level 10 that is approaching for the blue team. Once they have their heroic abilities, they have so many combos that they can unleash too, especially of course with Hanzo's arrow. So that would worry me a lot. And Uther, I mean, honestly, he is just dying. He's getting murdered here, absolutely murdered. Junkrat also falls. There's a 7-sided strike. Boom, easy kill against Sylvanas, and they are getting crushed. Ultralisk has apparently had a beer or two before the game started, because that arrow was nowhere close to the target. But then again, on a hot day like this, I would not have it any other way. Ultralisk, as a German, he's been joining one too many beer gardens this early today. So yeah. Uther, on the other hand, I mean, I'm not quite sure what he did, but he apparently has a little bit of a death wish. Maybe, you know, he's stuck in the UK or something. He's dying again. Like, the fuck is happening here? Maybe he's stuck in the UK and has no AC and the heat wave is still going on. He's like, please, dear God, just end it. But that is kill number 6, so he is getting absolutely smacked in this game. From left to right and right to left, the poor guy just doesn't get a break. Itrax is also dying, soloed by Ultralisk, nicely done by Genji. They're absolutely murdering them here. That's 10 kills to 1 now. And I gotta admit that Chili Mountain is just absolutely slapping these guys. They're getting whipped hard. But either way, there's level 10 abilities now for Disgusting. And this has been a disgusting game thus far. So let's see what they can do here with the level 10 abilities. Dino right now, yeah, looking for, oh, careful, hasn't looked good. This time Dino actually hit the arrow. Yeah, Hanzo connected it with 3. And they're trying to go for the Riptire. Can they get a kill? It doesn't look good for them. Instead, Dino died, so it's a trade in kills. Uther died again. He is on a mission, I'm telling you. He has a secret mission. I'm not quite sure where oh, look at Ultralisk. What a boss once again. Comes in, gets the double kill. They go for the triple. Uther at this point is at 7 deaths. I swear to God, there's a secret bet going on where he's just aiming for the double-digit deaths. He's just like, well, guys, we're playing Braxis first. want to bet that I'm gonna get to 10 deaths, and there's like no way you can do that. And he's just like, just hold my beer. That's what's going on here. But, well, they're losing the keep now. 100% Zerg wave once again. Objective was locked in earlier. 14 kills to 2. And rest in Ripperoni, everybody, because whew, the fight continues. The Stormbolt and Sylvanas gets killed. Bit of a kill steal by Banana H here as Ultralisk was going for another one. But apparently we're going to end this game before the 10-minute mark. That's at least what it looks like. 9 minutes and 30 seconds in. The shield is gone. Everybody's dead or dying. Uther has died 8 times right now. And that's 17 kills to 3. And the game ends 9 minutes and 39 seconds in as Chili Mountain takes the lead in the best of 3. Whew, spicy opening.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Cursed Hollow, map number 1, everybody. Number 2. So yeah, the first map was so quick that I even forgot that it happened. As you can see here, we have Cursed Hollow coming up as map number 2, the 1-0 lead for Chili Mountain. They ended the game in less than 10 minutes and whew, what a game it was. They were not playing with their food at all. They were just coming in, absolutely crushing them. And I felt a little bit, I felt a bit sorry for Disgusting here. They got 3 kills on the other hand, so you gotta give them that. But that map snowballed very, very hard as already expected. And I have the suspicion that the Uther main tank didn't quite work out as well as they intended to. So probably gonna be a different pick this time. Very different map. 3-lane map this time. Much bigger. Globals play a bigger role here now too. Sergeant Hammer gets banned again. So despite what happened on map number 1, they still don't want to risk for the hammer to fall into the hands of Chili Mountain. It's actually going to be interesting too later because the team that brought the hammer back into the meta is obviously Oxygen, the Hardos. And that's a team that we're going to see in today's games as well. Lucio gets banned once more, and now the question, who else do you target? Are they just gonna go for another Maiev ban and target Ultralisk with their ban pattern? Or do they mix it up a little bit after what happened on the first one? And they get rid of Sylvanas. So they don't want to have that Dainu side lane push that he loves to go for, and the impact that she can have in teamfights. First pick, first ban is again in the hands of Disgusting. So the map choice was made by Chili Mountain. False setup, Dehaka up, could still go for Blaze if you wanted to, Hogger too. Alright, what are we getting from the blue team in particular? They're the one team that really tends to sometimes go for a bit of a more trolley composition in the second game when they feel that they are superior than the opponent's team, and that could be the case here after the slaughter that we saw on the first map. I mean, that was a bloodbath and a half. That was pretty crazy. There's a lot of aloe vera that was passed around on the side of Disgusting after all the burns that they received in the first game. Now we got Dequaza opening things up with Dehaka, so already looking for some global play. And Genji. I mean, Dino locks it in, but Ultralisk, of course, played it on the last map, and he could do it again. He had a great game there. They're in full Shimada on us. Now we got Diablo, and we get Blaze. Okay, so that's a much heavier front line that we saw in map number 1, and Diablo is probably going to be a little bit more difficult to kill than Uther, or at least we would hope so. Then again, you can always argue that at the end of the day, all that Uther did was just use his trade as best as he could. So, yeah, that's that. But again, what do we get now on the final few bans? Honestly, from the perspective of Chili Mountain, I don't even know what you're going for here. Yeah, they get rid of Lunara. Are we maybe going to see an Uther heal for them? I highly doubt it. Anduin gets banned to make sure that that light bomb combination with Genji doesn't exist. They did the same thing on the last map. Not that it did them any good. Could have been worse, I suppose. But here comes the double pick. So, what are we getting for... Well, I guess Masquerade and Banana Age are going to pick Ultralisk. Usually takes his time and just waits for the opponent to get their composition. There's Karazim again. We get Greymane together with it. Karazim again, one of the most aggressive supports that you currently get. You have a bit more of an impact and you can also just dash around all day long. So Smexy has been playing that a lot. and has been bringing it back a bit too. But with that, we have the final 2 picks for the red team. Again, this is a best of 3 series. We're still in the round of 8, so if they don't want to drop down into the loser's bracket, they have to decide this one in their favor. And the final 2 choices are Cassia and Tyrael. So they go for the triple frontline that we've now seen multiple times, with Tyrael being played as more of a bruiser than a main tank. Nick in particular has done this a lot during the Masters Clash with great success, and other teams have now mirrored that. And this is also being played by Disgusting now. Cassia, therefore, the only range damage dealer. But that's a lot of hit points, that's a lot of safety tools, and of course they can work with a blind on Cassia a bit against Greymane and Karazim. With the final pick for Masquerade. So we need our main tank, and it is Mal'Ganis. Okay. Curse Hollow, everybody. Map number 2. Let's go. Let's see if Chili Mountain takes it with a 2-0 or if Disgusting is able to bring it back. Off we go, Quasar for Chili Mountain. With the Haka, we got Dainu playing Greymane, Banana Age is playing Karazim, Ultralisk on Genji, and Masquerade on Mal'Ganis. On the right side of the map, Disgusting in their attempt to force game number 3 in the series, with Lavakal on Brightwing, we got Mimikyu on Diablo, this time with a real tank for him, Itrax on Cassia, Richu on Blaze, and Alvaros is playing Tyrael. Again, Ardent Restoration as the level 1 talent, as already talked about earlier. He's not being played as a main tank. He will likely go Judgment on level 10. And this is really all about him being a huge pain in the ass, getting these stun engagements, forcing fights, getting the shield out, and just being consistently in the opponent's backline if possible. So we got at the same time now stacks with the Thunderstroke on level 1 for Cassia. So there it is. Now they're already diving onto the lanes a little bit. I think this time it's probably going to take a bit longer for Chili Mountain to get their first kill. But you can already see that Alvaros is trying to be aggressive with Tyrael as best he can. Masquerade with this level 1 went into the Winged Guard. Karazim, as usual, we get the Iron Fist on level 1. No news there, with the enhanced agility for Dehaka. And a couple of decent stacks actually for Cassia this early in the game. The Ardent Restoration, of course, kicking in for Alvaros is something that we keep an eye on too. So sustain is going to be very big for them. And already early game pressure by the red team against structures. Pushing Masquerade around a little bit. And, well, Tyrael went down at the bot lane. Tactically lets himself get killed to explode the minion wave. Smart, smart. Alright, maybe not. But yeah, so that's an easy kill there, apparently. Tyrael is down. That's once more first blood for Chili Mountain. So nicely done by them. We have camps taken on both sides now. A little bit of experience, of course, lost for Disgusting, but nothing too crazy. I don't think we're going to see a real invade now. They were probably thinking about double-checking what's happening on the camp, but didn't do any of that just yet. So all the way up at the top, we got Richu in again. Keep in mind, they got a triple melee right now. Very, very heavy lineup for them at the front when they are fighting these big 5 versus 5 battles later in the game. With level 4, we now get the Fueled by Torment for Masquerade and his Mal'Ganis. And Cassia coming straight in with the Inner Light. And also we get Brightwing with the Magic Spit. What a disgusting hero. Already disgusting enough. The Fruit Fly. Ugh, Trashwing. But now we get Magic Spit. It's already enough that you're in the middle of a battle and you're fighting for your life, as for example Masquerade currently does, but then you also have this monkey thing flying around here and just spitting at you the entire time. It's just like, ugh. So, yeah. But either way, get a big fly swatter and just take it down where it stands or flies. And yeah, eliminate them. Get the Exterminator. Now they're pushing this camp like really hard. So with the help of their Knight camp, their Bruiser camp, they're able to do some work at the wall. First Tribute is also popping up now. 1 kill to 0. And the good thing about Cursed Hollow is always that you can just fight for tributes, so you can let one slide if you really don't want to. Look at that. Masquerade is... It's always kind of funny when you see Mal'Ganis, because he's pretty much just fighting in battle with Deckard Cain of who can put the opponent's team to sleep faster. In this case, they are hoping for a setup against Diablo, but it doesn't work out. Mimikyu is still holding strong. Yep, and they go for Itrax, who's at 21 stacks right now. It's actually pretty okay. 21 stacks at that part is alright. Normally around 8 minutes in, you want to be at 40 stacks at the least. Like, that's a pretty decent stack progress for Ultralisk. Zipping in before he gets attacked here and applying some pressure to Blaze. But we get level 7 for only one team up to this point. We now got the Divine Vigor. And Valtyriel is going to follow, obviously, with the same pattern here. Oh, Red Shoe. No, gets cocktailed. Gets cocktailed by a Greymane. Nice. Yeah, the grounding rod at the same time is now also taken. And on top of that, we got the Purge Evil, as already expected, with Mal'Ganis heading into the Will of Tichondrius. I still, to the day, remember, I think it was Diablo 2 cut sequence with Tichondrius. I don't know, I assume that he was used also in World of Warcraft, but I didn't play that game, so yeah. But the cut sequences back then in Warcraft 2, yeah, pretty sexy. So good stuff. But yeah, either way, fight continues, Atrax in trouble, and he goes down to Kerosene, comes in with a quick hit, and is able to put the final punches in on Cassia, going full Ip Man on us over here. 3 kills to 0 therefore, and they open the entire wall up, which allows them to damage the fort a little bit as well. Now, obviously, they are on borrowed time, since the minion wave has now been destroyed, and that shifts the focus of the fort very quickly. But the next one is already on its way, and they're burning the opponent's minion wave down within seconds. So continuous damage. And yeah, careful. Trying to... The mobility that we're currently having here is just a little bit too much. Dino can jump in and out. Banana H is supporting him as best he can. Once that he gets a 7-sided strike, things are of course getting more dangerous also for Diablo, and that's the case right now, so that's another one. But either way, at this point we got 3 kills to 0. We got level 10. Oh, he actually fell for it. Diablo running into the bush and getting 7-sided, with Greymane dropping the bullet on him too. So that should not have happened. If you know that you're having a Greymane and a Kerosene somewhere on the map, you should not face check a bush if you're all alone there. So apparently he got caught off guard by that. Now with a drag on Cassia, that could be another victim in this battle, and yes indeed it is. They're going for the Cassia kill, they get it, and goodbye. So, 2 tributes to 0 for Chili Mountain. They got 5 kills to 0. They have level 10 abilities. And things are looking very, very good now for the blue team. They want to make this a bit of a quickie, apparently, and move on to the next round of the tournament as quickly as they can. And, yeah, try, of course, to go for the winner bracket final. But right now, we got level 10 abilities for Disgusting. So finally a chance to fight back. And as expected, it is Judgment on Tyrael. He's already fighting it out here. Boss is about to be taken though, so that's a bit of a problem. And the main issue is that nobody took the boss on the other side of the map. So right now we have another tribute up and a bit of an interrupt. They're gonna fight for this, and guys, this is a real issue because the boss is moving through the bot lane. The tribute is up for grabs. They could get the curse. There's the barbecue. They get Cassia. Not enough damage from Diablo. And off we go with Alvaros in trouble. It's an easy kill on Tyrael. He was already low as all of this started. Masquerade and his boys, they're diving deep into the opponent's backline. They got a chance to get the tribute and the curse, and they could also go for the next boss here as they're aiming for kill number 3 in this battle. The boss at the bot lane is already doing work and about to take the fort down. And as Quasar channels the tribute, they were thinking about going for the boss, moved away from it, and now instead pushing these lanes in. But yeah, this is an absolute disaster here for Disgusting. They're in real trouble. We get the minion waves obliterated. They're starting to push it a little bit further towards those keeps. And to make matters worse, we are nearly at level 13 now for Chili Mountain, which would give them a talent lead on top of all of this. Ultralisk, as you can see here, just takes the minion waves down, which means that the mid fort is likely going to be destroyed too. But Dino gets caught! The big bad wolf, everybody. He gets eliminated as the bottom wall falls. And while we still have some damage in the middle of the map, thanks to Ultralisk, we got Tehaka at the top escorting another minion wave into tower and gate range. So the battle continues. That boss is still alive, by the way, which in and of itself is incredible. But they want the fight, they want the battle. It's another 15 seconds on the curse, so they have absolutely no problem diving in deep to try and take this one down. And there's a chance that they can pull that off. The fort in the mid lane likely gonna fall now because the minions are still damaging it. And if they get a kill or 2 down here, they could get that as well. But already the ping on the keep, they want that keep, and well, newsflash, they're gonna get it. Keep is down. Masquerade is trying to get away, and if he gets a heal from Banana H, he's actually going to survive. They are killing Cassia again. She died for the second time now in this fight, and Lavakal is also down. What a disaster now for Disgusting. I mean, they go up against one of the top 2 teams in the European scene here in their first round of the tournament, but it just showcases what kind of difference there is between one of the top 2 and, well, one of the bottom 4. So 10 kills to 2, at least 2 kills for Disgusting. I mean, you got to give them some credit at least for that. It's a tough opponent they're facing off against here. And Alvarez, he got a kill, judgmenting straight in for Genji. And Genji has been found to be too much of a nuisance and therefore was killed. And Alvarez is still alive. So that's another one. Not only did he get a kill, but he also is still alive. That's a hero in my book. But yeah. Now, obviously, Banana H doing a great job keeping the team alive throughout all of this. We have, by the way, now 39 stacks for Cassia, so her progress on the level 1 slowed down significantly after the early game. Karazim, in the meantime, 20,000 damage by himself. Those 7-sided strikes really, really hurt. And they're going for the next battle up here at the top, as it seems. It's a full 5-man. 16 versus 13, and they get the kill on Mal'Ganis. Masquerade is down, and a sign of life from Disgusting, but they're not accounting for Genji, who's currently sitting in the middle of the map. They banned out Sylvanas because they didn't want to deal with Dainu and his side lane pressure. And Dainu apparently just said, well, watch me, hold my beer, boys. I don't need Sylvanas for this. I have a few other heroes that can pull that off as well. But while they are battling it out, Diablo dies. Now they're bulleting Alvarez here. Dainu wants the kill, and he gets it. So they take Diablo down, they take Tyrael down, and they kill Cassia. Cassia is the new Uther, apparently. She's also racing for the double-digit death count. It's maybe not quite fair. She's only at 5 right now, and we're already at the 10-minute mark, but still, she's having a real tough time staying alive, despite the triple frontline that's supposed to protect her. Now we have Bright being also annihilated, 14 kills to 3, and this is an absolute ruthless series by Chili Mountain. They're going through Disgusting like hot butter through cheese, as structure after structure falls. The top keep is now also being attacked. The Siege Giant camp is doing even more work there, and catapults are already homing in on the core. But finally Chili Mountain is being forced back as they lose Karazim and Dehaka. But they're buying a little bit more time, or at least they're trying to, and they're taking Tyrael down again. Tyrael dies, Siege Giants are still attacking the top fort, and the catapults are still attacking the core. And the core is already losing a couple of hit points here. So, not a whole lot. Will be fine, but there we go. 94%, they got level 16, so good for them. But that's it. That's the attack for the time. How do we recover from this? I mean, if they get a boss somehow and then push things a little bit, yeah, maybe they got a chance, but it's a big ask, I believe. Okay, so 15 to 5 kills. They're going for the boss. They're a little bit sneaky around this. But here comes Masquerade immediately. The bullet is also out. Diablo losing a couple of hit points. He's fully stacked with souls. And Dehaka is now coming to play too. Misses the tongue though. Yeah, it's a 5 versus 5 with even talents for, I believe, one of the first times in the game here. Outside of the early game. But there we go. Judgment! Genji with the X-Strike. Ultralisk is alive! And Quasar is saved! No fucking way! Quasar is saved as they get the kill against Cassia. Unfucking-believable. Nice moves by Karazim. And of course, now the red team is on the run here. Now they're in trouble. Yeah, there's another turn. They go for Quasar again. Still can't get the kill on him. And Karazim is just healing them over and over and over again. Another big jump by Tyrael. He's down. So is Diablo. They're going for the Fruit Fly. And that is the end of Brightwing. And well, the kill that started all of this off was this one. Check this out, as they're saving the hero. The Judgment comes in first. Genji moves away. After that, the target becomes Quasar. He drags them out. They get Cassia, the only range damage, and are even able to keep Dehaka alive. So now we have a lot of heroes once again dead on the red team side. They're under pressure everywhere on the map. Dehaka is dealing with the top lane already. Bosses are up and could now be taken. I suppose this is what they're going to go for next. Yeah, or are they just going to try and trap them here? And of course, the problem is also that these catapults are now getting stronger and stronger and stronger as the game continues, and soon will... I mean, they're going to be on the core in a second. With Siege Giants, they're going to lose this to Minions if this continues. Apparently Disgusting is just throwing a little bit of a Hail Mary here in an attempt to somehow turn the game around, but they're losing Brightwing nearly immediately. And now there's another attempted kill. Itrax is about to fall, or kill Genji, one of the two, but the battle down here takes the Haka down. The core is losing a massive amount of hit points on the other hand. There's too many catapults there. There's like 3 catapults already at the bot lane. Greyman is dead and so is the Haka, so they can't end the game, but somebody needs to deal with this and deal with it quickly, and Itrax is the one that apparently is going to make the move. So yeah, he destroys as much as he can, but guys, that's 50 hit points, 50% on the core, and the core is losing even more than that. They're not going to end the game here, but this is a real problem because it could lead also to a backdoor attempt. Another 7-sided strike kill. Karazim with a double kill here. Banana Age absolutely murdering them, and Cassia is the lone defender together with Blaze as she's trying to prevent the inevitable from happening. But the blue team is on their way to potential victory. And as I say it, we have Brightwing coming back and helping Blaze to get a kill against Karazim. Level 20 or no level 20, they don't care. Next problem though, as they're going for Masquerade, is the top keep. Top keep is gonna fall now. So did Mal'Ganis though, but the keep at the top lane is gone and the core is again getting attacked. Catapults are already moving in for it, and they are just pinned down in their base trying to defend this, which is incredible. So yeah, there we go. He wants to get a few more points off. 29%, every point counts. 28, make it 26, and then the Haka dies. Down to 25. Any catapult that makes it in now is going to be an issue. They're fighting for the next tribute because this could be another curse in Chili Mountain's favor, and you know that the blue team is having some fun here. Brightwing again with the Emerald Wind. 66 stacks now for Cassia. She's at least getting some numbers on the board here. Currently at 44,000 damage, but look what Greymane has. Greymane is at 73,000. Double catapult in the middle, third one coming in. More catapults at the mid and the top lane. That minion wave is going to go down in a second, and things are not looking good for Disgusting. They have to send Brightwing back to deal with all of that minion pressure. Level 20 is going to be there very, very soon now. But boy, yeah, this is getting disastrous right now. Angel of Justice with level 20. Hellgate for Diablo. Brightwing is going for the intensive wins. But they are dealing with more pressure on every lane. And if they are losing another fight, and it seems like they will right now, then that's a problem. He tried to go for the Angel, couldn't. Tyrael is down. There's the 7-sided strike again, already upgraded with a level 20. Genji is dead, but so is Diablo. He had the soul stack, and the Haka, he doesn't give a shit. Dequasa's just going to end it now. At least he's going to try to. There's more minions coming in and catapults too, but going through the shield is not going to be easy for him. The team is splitting and having a bit of fun here, I suppose, as Karazim is now also joining the battle, trying to keep Dequasa alive. Maybe not. Blaze is dead though, but so is the side laner for the blue team. Now somebody needs to deal with this quickly, and let's not forget the catapults are also coming in through the bot lane, and they are already starting to remove the shield here. So yes, things are looking grisly. Lavekal also in trouble, very much alone here, trying to get away. Yeah, that's not... Wow, he actually got out? What? The fruit fly got away, but the core dies to the minions. Nicely done. GG, Chili Mountain with a 2-0 victory against Disgusting.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.